Hey everybody, I know it's been a while since I've done any videos, but in today's video I'm fixing up an old solvent tank, parts washer, whatever you want to call it. I bought this one before the days of Harbor Freight. I think it was called Harbor Tools. It was actually a magazine you got in the mail. I bought this somewhere around 1986. I actually made the cover for it out of sheet metal back in my sheet metal days, just because this one was sitting outside. As you can tell, it's kind of a sun beat. The pump doesn't work anymore. I've seen people on YouTube put filters in, which is what I'm going to do. I bought a couple of fittings to where I can actually drain it. I don't want the solvent to be in the tank. This is what they call a 20-gallon solvent tank. I don't ever remember putting 20 gallons in. I might have put 5 gallons in. So let me go ahead and show you what I got. So this is pretty slick. What I did is I just built a cover because I had it outside and I didn't want it to get all messed up. As you can see, the top is starting to look a little bit weathered, but it's kind of what it looks like when you open it. What I did have to do is I put a different switch on the side of it for a 110. I filled it up with water about a week ago. The pump no longer works, which doesn't matter. I'm going to move the pump. I'm just going to make it to where the solvent is actually underneath. It's going to drain from this. Where's it at? That little drain hole right there. It's kind of hard to see. But anyway, it's going to drain from there. I'm going to move this down so I can put a 5-gallon bucket underneath it. And then I bought another pump. So let me show you a couple of things that I've bought to make this a little bit cooler. Now, before I get too far into the video, I want to show you a couple things and a couple reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing. Basically, what happens is you put approximately 5 gallons of diesel, cleaning solution, solvent, whatever you want in the bottom. The pump sits down here in the bottom, okay? It's sitting within a quarter of an inch off the bottom of this, which means it's getting in all the dirt. Yeah, this cover goes on there. And then it has a little chrome piece that goes over here. You know, it's got all the holes in it. So that's supposed to keep all the dirt and debris away from the pump. I don't believe it did a good job. There again, my pump's, since 1988, but I haven't used this thing in 15 to 20 years because the pump went out. I just don't want the pump sitting in all the muck and all the dirt. Because when I used to clean out the solvent tank, it'd have 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches of crap in the bottom of this. Well, if you look at the bottom of this, it'd be all the way up to here. So that's the reason why I'm switching this out. My personal reasons for it. I can't speak for other people, but this is the reason why I'm doing it. So let me show you some of the parts that I've already bought. And as I go on, I'll keep showing you the parts. I will also put a link in the description for all the parts for this particular parts cleaner. I've learned that some of the parts that I needed, looking at some of the parts builds from the other people building it, it's not the same as this one. So let me show you what's going on. The pump that I purchased, I got off Amazon. It was about 150 bucks. Came with a 5-year warranty. So that's the pump I went with. I'll put a description down in the bottom of the video. Next thing you're going to need as you're working on this is you're going to need an adapter. The adapter is going to sit right here, and the reason why is because I want to make sure I've got more than enough fluid coming from the pump. So as it comes out of here, it'll go into this fitting like this, okay? And then what I'm actually going to feed is this. So I just keep on wanting more fluid coming out. And then this will go up to my external filter that'll go here before it goes in. The other thing that I did is this was my drain plug in the bottom. This is a metric fitting. I will put the link for mine down in the description. This was the metric fitting. There again, I wanted 5/8 hose as it drains from the tank. From the bottom of the tank, I wanted 5/8 that's going to drain into this 5-gallon bucket. I got a surprise. This is really cool what I have here. I'm going to drill 2 holes. One is for the liquid going in, one will be from the liquid coming out of the pump. But check this out in the bottom. Might have to shut off the video. Oh, there it goes. It's coming out. Come on. Okay. Down in the bottom, I bought this. This is actually for when you're cleaning cars. So what happens is, normally when you're washing your car, your dirt will go through. It's got holes in the bottom of it. Well, I'm going to drill out these holes just a little bit bigger. My pump will sit up on top of there. So I will be able to keep my pump out of all the crap that'll be in the bucket. So when I'm doing it, this sits down there really nice. The pump will go down just like that. And then I will drill a hole off to one of these sides so that I can get my fluid far below it. So I'm actually going to drill out one of these, and I'll put a 5/8 hose all the way down so it goes all the way down to the bottom. So that's kind of the way I'm doing it. One thing I will have to do is move this down because there's no way I'm going to get the bucket in there. So I'm going to lower this down. Probably I'll make it, put like a 2x4 on the ground, drop this down to it, re-drill it all the way around, screw those back in. I might even put wheels on this. I have no need to really move it around, but I've seen others on YouTube put wheels on them, and I might do it. I don't know yet. We'll see. So anyways, these are the parts that I've already bought. I've got a couple more parts coming tomorrow. I will do video on those. I'm going to probably, from this leg over to this leg, put a piece of band iron here because I want my filter to be lower than what I've seen. Some people have put their filter way up here. I do not want mine there. I will probably use this hole right here, put a piece of band iron. I want the the liquid leaving the pump to go in, and then I want a hard line that comes in, goes in the side. I might even put it over here because I will not need that any longer. So that's just kind of giving you guys a couple ideas of what I've thought of already. Right now I've got, I think the bucket was, well, call the bucket and the piece in the bottom $20. These fittings were nickels and dimes, $5, $5, $5. They were nickels. This is probably the most expensive part that I bought. And then the other thing that I bought, we'll back up here a little bit, show you what else I got. I went out and I bought from Tractor Supply. This is what I bought. After doing all the research, I found that this was the stuff that I've wanted. 5 gallons delivered to my house. Bought it online, 65 bucks maybe. So right now with everything, I'm probably at $200. Might be a couple bucks more by the time I get it all done. Okay, I've now taken the bottom off of it. I have it on its side, so I wanted to show you this before I get too far. This is the drain. Okay, you can kind of see it right there. This is the plug that came with it. Okay, screwed in there. Okay, my particular parts washer, it's a metric fitting. It took me a while to find it. It's an M16 by 1.5. I can't say if yours is going to be the same because some of the videos that I watched on YouTube gave a different size and people tapping it and do it. I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. So anyways, this is the one that I had. Now, this is what I bought. So what I wanted was a fitting that would go right in there. So this is on one end, it's threaded, thread right in there, no problem. And it's the exact threads. Come on. It'll be the exact threads. So mine is, there again, M16 by 1.5, and mine has a 5/8 hose barb, B-A-R-B, barb. So that's what I wanted. Everybody's gonna do theirs different. This is how I'm doing mine. Now, when I thread this in, you can use different Teflon tapes and stuff. They make something that I've used in the past. It's called Blue Monster. It's usually used for like Southwest Gas, propane fittings. I found I use it pretty much for everything. Also, I'm not sure how the solvent is gonna work with the Teflon tape. So I went with what I thought would be the best. But as I finish the video, you'll see how I do it. But anyways, that will go in there just like that, and it threads in perfect. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that. I want something that looks clean. That's kind of the way it's going to sit. I'm not really sure yet. The drain's over here, so I'll probably put it like that. Put my M16 by 1.5 5/8 barb in the bottom. It's a brass fitting. That'll go in the bottom. And then my other fitting will come up. I'll put the filter on the side. I might try to see if I can keep the filter underneath everything. Like the switch kind of hangs out. I'm going to redo the switch. I don't like that. I'll probably put it in a seal tight fitting. But that is all I can do for tonight, because that's all the parts I have. I'm still waiting for a couple things to come from Amazon and eBay. Basically everything I've bought came from Amazon, eBay. Since this was a Harbor Tools, Harbor Freight, parts cleaner, solvent tank, whatever, I thought only fitting that I go with the red Harbor Freight bucket. I have the 5/8 hose that's going to go to the bottom, but what I need to do is drill a hole in this 5/8, or actually it's 5/8 on the inside. The outside diameter is 7/8. So I need to drill a 7/8 1-inch hole in this, which will be pretty simple. It kind of looks like honeycomb. I'm just going to drill a hole because I want this as it comes. You know, this piece right here is going to be in the bottom. Then the hose goes. I want it to drain all the crappy stuff all the way to the bottom. So I need to drill a hole in. Today I received the filter adapter that I'm going to use. So it's pretty simple. Flip it over. You got fluid comes in on this side, fluid comes out on that side. On the underside, it's a 3/4 16. I believe that's a really common filter size. I'm going to be using either a 50 or a 100 micron filter. I will link that in the description above. I'll also put it in the in my description of the parts that I've used. I think this cost me, I don't know, $25 on Amazon. Took a couple days to get. I just got to get, now I got to get the fittings that I'm going to use. So this is the size that I'm using from the pump, which is 1/2 inch. So I will have 1/2 inch going in, 1/2 inch coming out, and then the 1/2 inch will go up to a bulkhead fitting that will be on the side of the cabinet. Okay, I think I got the idea of how I'm going to do it. From the drain right here, I'm going to use this hose right here. That's going to go down. And then you got the pump inside. The pump's going to pump up. I'm going to put this on the side somewhere around here, right about there, maybe a little bit lower. Not sure yet. And then that's where the filter will be. The fluid will come through in this one, out this one, and then the line will come up. I'm going to put a piece of aluminum right here. I'm going to close in that little spot right there. I'm going to put the bulkhead in there. I believe it'll be 1/2 inch, and then on the inside, I can come to an NPG 1/2 inch female. I can hook this into it somewhere around there. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, and that'll work. I got a couple more fittings to buy. I'm not one that just buys everything and does the job. I kind of, as I go along, I buy what I think I'll need, especially if I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. It's done. I can't believe it. Everything worked exactly the way I wanted it to. I tested it with water. I've cleaned it all out. I'm not sure if you're supposed to run water through this, but I did it anyway. I didn't want to ruin my solvent, but it's ready. So let me show you what I did. From underneath, I put my fitting right here, hose bib, hose clamp, and it runs all the way down to the bottom. And then as you saw, I cut a hole in what I was using it. For the lid that goes up on top of here, I cut a little piece out of it so that when I stick it in there, it sits and then the hose can get in and out. So that's kind of how I did that. That's what it looks like with the lid on. So anyways, liquid comes out this tube, comes through here, goes into my filter. Screw on filter screws. I've tightened it up a little bit. It's just a screw on filter. Now I elected to have it on the outside. That way I could have a drain pan out here when I'm ready to empty this and put a new one on, to where I don't have to get underneath. So anyways, that's how that goes. Make sure that's on nice and tight. It's this one's got 50 microns. You can get 100 microns. From what I understand, a standard oil filter is more like 15 to 30. So this one's 50. I just want to catch all the trash, all the crap. Okay, it's moving up. Comes like this, and then it goes in, and then I put my box here. I still have to get a bigger cover. I used a plastic box because I didn't want any splash on it. But anyways, it comes into the solvent tank from there. From the inside, it comes here, goes through the hose. So you can move the hose however you want to, which I think is really good. What I also think is kind of cool, here I can show you this. Hopefully I don't drop the camera. I bought this brush also. Brush just goes right on the end. Just push it right in, male to female. Goes like that. And then you can have your fluid coming through the brush for your parts. So let's go ahead and fill this thing up with some solvent. Let's see how it works. Now it's pretty simple. Just dump it in. Pretty simple. It's kind of satisfying. Watch it work. Comes down, you can see it coming right through. And we're not there yet. Barely right here. So let's dump some more in. Contact. Bubbles. I see bubbles. It works. I'm so excited. Works exactly the way I had envisioned it. I will put links in the upper right hand corner, and I will also put in the description. I'll put links of all the parts I bought. I'm really stoked about how this came out. Haven't gotten a chance to use it to clean anything yet, as you know, but I definitely have a lot of things to work on here in the shop. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and if you have any questions, please put them down in the comments. I'll be more than happy to help you. Have a great day, everybody.